In his book, Am I Making Myself Clear?, Terry Felber talks about the representational systems. Representational systems are based on our five senses, and they are the basis, the primary basis for our emotions and for our thoughts as well. If a group of people were walking down the beach together, each will have different experiences and recollections of experiences based on their representational systems. For instance, one might remember or experience the way the sand felt on his or her feet, or the way the sun felt on their skin. The second might remember the sounds of the ocean and the birds. The third might remember the sunset view, or the look of the water and the waves. The fourth might remember the smell of the salty air and the smell of the tanning lotion. So each of us creates a framework according to the way we process information. Terry says in his book that if you are able to pinpoint the way people experience the world around them, and if you are able to have the same experience of the world in the same way that they do, then you will be amazed about how effective your communication will be with that person. In other words, this is one way of how we can find common ground while communicating. Hello, this is Bisan, and I will help you dominate your life by helping you grow both personally and professionally. If you're interested in leadership or personal development or communication courses, or if you want to have a free ebook on leadership, make sure to click on the links in the description below. What are some barriers to finding common ground? Number one, assumption. I already know what other people know, want, or feel. There's a story about a young lady who was traveling, and once she was waiting at the lounge, she got herself a pack of cookies. As she sat down to eat them, she noticed a well-dressed young man come to sit by her side, and he helped himself to her pack of cookies. Now she was shocked and she couldn't believe that, and he kept on eating until the last cookie was there. He broke it in half, he pushed one half towards her, and he ate the second one, and then he left. Later, that lady, as she was opening her handbag, she was shocked and embarrassed to find her pack of unopened cookies. When we assume that we know the whole story, we fail to find common ground, and that will lead to failing in connection. The second reason is arrogance. I don't need to know what other people know, want, or feel. Arrogant people seldom meet on common ground. They believe that they live on higher grounds, and they don't make the extra effort. They don't want to meet or to lower down to meet others at their level. They expect that other people should do the extra effort for them to get up to their level. You cannot build a relationship with anyone in the room if you do not care about anyone in the room. 3, indifference. I don't care to know what other people know, want, or feel. George Eliot once said, try to think about something in this vast world besides your small selfish desires. Try to care about other people. Try to look into other people's lives and see how they are born. You know, people really appreciate the extra effort, no matter how small, when you try to see things from their point of view. That really helps set common ground. Number 4, it's control. I don't want people to know what I know, what I feel, or what I think. One of the main reasons why the so-called leaders fail to connect is when they try to stay in control and when they try to keep their subordinates or their employees in the dark. In his book, Jim Lundy talked about this in his book called Lead, Follow, or Get Out of the Way. He talks about the subordinates' response when they feel they are being kept away from what's really going on, or when they are being kept in the dark. And he talks about 2 laments. The subordinate's lament and the mushroom farm lament. The subordinate lament says, we the uninformed are working for the inaccessible, doing the impossible for the ungrateful. And the mushroom farm lament says, We feel we are being kept in the dark. Every once in a while, someone comes in and spreads manure on us. And when our heads pop up, they are chopped, and then we end up canned. How can we find common ground when we are connecting one-on-one? Basically, it starts by finding the reason of why you are communicating with the other party, find the reason of the second party, and then try to connect both reasons by asking questions, by telling stories, or by sharing experiences that you have learned. And then finally, you have to make the interaction win-win for both parties. Connecting in a group, number one, find the reasons of what brought you together, find the common goal of the group, acknowledge everyone's differences and their unique talents, and finally, celebrate together. When connecting with an audience, try the following pattern: feel, felt, found, and find. Feel, try to find what they feel. Felt, share with them that you have felt the same way before. Found, share with them what you have found and has helped you. And then find, offer to help them. To connect with others, look for common ground. Remember, it's so difficult for you to find common ground when the only person you are focusing on is yourself. And what's also difficult is the work and the efforts that connectors do to keep it simple. Tune into episode 7 to know more about simple communication.